Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for 3 p.m. Eastern, January 15th, 2019. In today's meditation, we talk about, this was suggested by one of our meditators, and I think it's quite appropriate, that the action, seduction, what that means is through different means and ways, we can be seduced into believing and committing to things that we probably normally wouldn't do. It's a catalyst. And seduction comes in many different forms. We can be seduced through money. We are seduced into doing things that we normally would not do against our character because the seduction and power of money appeals to certain people. The seduction of greed. Have you ever noticed that, like in our one of our meditations, our greed meditations, you ever notice people that make commitments to other people, and then as they come into power or control of something, they change their commitment and try to force others that they had committed to away. The seduction of greed. Greed seduces humanity. The seduction of sex. These are all catalysts that cause us to become involved or to participate in activities that we normally wouldn't. And this is what one of the key catalysts of humanity in the lower frequencies has caused so many issues and problems on the planet. Bribes, that's a form of seduction. Bribing someone, money is seduction. It seduces people. Sex is a seduction. It entices and traps and can cause criminal activity with people. All of these things are usually attached either from the emotion, perspective, or it's usually emotion activated, right? I'll give you $1 million if you do this. That's a seduction, and it's a enticement. So when you do it by appealing to a human's emotions, that's pretty much it. And the emotions are ego-driven most of the time. And the ego comes in as a very strong controlling factor. And, that's that voice. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Even if it's against your grain. Even if it is, you're not comfortable with it. But then the voice says, well, look at this, you're going to get this, you're going to get this, this will solve this, 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 and this. And a lot of people succumb to it. A lot of people succumb to it. That's why people who have great wealth, who are not in love, and want to control and manipulate the masses, their ego is played out to an extreme extent of having it all and not sharing anything and not assisting or helping anyone. So humanity becomes fragmented over generations with these types of twisted teachings, okay? And when I mean twisted teachings, I mean, bribing, seducing people in their lives. So very rarely do you see a human that will say, no, I'm not going to do that. It's just not, it's not my thing. If a lot of money is put there, most, not all, but most will succumb to the seduction of the thought of having the money, and immediately what they can do with the money for themselves. That's how it works. And so in seductions, you know, being seduced into certain avenues, certain things, being promised, it's almost a drunkenness. It's almost an intoxication for some people, because they get delusional in some cases, and they say, look at all this money, and look what I can do. This would solve everything. And this is why we have crime. This is why we have destruction. This is why we have wars. This is why we have so much conflict. This is why all of these lower disharmony, vibrational frequencies are so rampant in this, on this planet. That so many are seeking the way to wealth and riches and fame and fortune. That's always been the way. But yet we notice that very, very few achieve that. And even a fewer amount control the power. See? That oversees the populace, the masses. So we're here to de-energize the application and action of seduction. We know what it is, and we know how we're enticed by it, and we know how we are tricked into performing whatever it may be that the seduction is bringing you in with. So it's crucial for us to identify and be clear and be concise, and to know our convictions, and to know that we are moving into love. That's it. It has always been love. It's nothing ever else. It's never been anything else. And no matter what we have been taught or tried to be manipulated or seduced into, it is love. That is what we have. That is our power. That is the greatest power in the universe. It is the greatest power anywhere, everywhere. Okay? And for instance, real quick here, the instance is that we know that we exist in a light energy form within these bodies. We know these bodies are another form of energy. We know that everything is energy. Okay? Now, energy is constantly being recharged, how do I put it, developed, expanded, growing. So in reality, we do not die. Our higher light energy is part of all that there is, that there ever will be and ever has been. And it is always that way. No matter what the dark ones, try to convince humanity into believing, this is how it works. This is what we are. We are pure, deep, eternal love. We always will be. We are a divine light energy. We always will be. And people say, well, sometimes, you know, the soul can be destroyed and through nuclear holocaust, that type of thing. We are part of the energy. Even that nuclear energy, we are part of it. See? You choose to blend with whatever. So if you will, go to a place where you're not going to be interrupted, which I'm sure most of you are. And as I talk, you're going to want to relax. Relax the body. Identify the things in the wants, some of these insatiable wants, these draws, they're ego-driven, okay? Every single one of you should be able to effortlessly command the cosmos and the energies into formulating and forming the energies that you desire. See? Effortlessly. Not killing yourself, going nowhere. So, relax the body, let those those seductions, because we're seduced into believing certain things. We're seduced into viewing ourselves a certain way. We're seduced into wearing certain clothes. We're seduced into, so many different things. So identify them. It's very simple as you do this and relax your body. And give them love and release them. The more you let go of, the more you receive. The more you covet and hold on to, the less you receive. And that's how so many people have been seduced into poverty, or have been seduced into tremendous greed, or been seduced into committing murder, or been seduced into doing dastardly deeds, or been seduced to starting a war. It goes on and on and on. So as you let this all, just let it go, just fall off of you, and then call in the purple transmuting flame, transmute it into neutral light substance, send it back to the great central sun. You're the master. You have the power. You always have had the power. It's never left you, and it never will. So, as you're relaxing, and you go into peace and tranquility with your body, and then you're going to want to breathe. You're going to want to breathe through the nose, out through the mouth. And as you breathe in, you want to hold it 1001, 1002, 1003, and you exhale through the mouth. You want to do this while I'm talking at least 6 times. As you breathe in, you're breathing in divine positive energy. You're a direct conduit. You're a vessel for Prime Source Creator God's power and energy, which is deep eternal love. That flows to you at your command. And as long as you're cognizant, as long as you're aware, as long as you're embracing it, you can command that all day, all night, all the time. Unfortunately, a lot of humanity is disconnected from that awareness. Imagine receiving all that wonderful, deep, eternal love and being in pain, sorrow, anguish, and depression. Isn't that amazing? It boggles my mind to see that and to view it. It's just, you've got this wonderful, beautiful, loving, glowing, wonderful light energy coming into the higher self, and you have this physical separation of understanding in the 3D world of pain, sorrow, depression, anxiety, stress, fear. And when you see it, you see this wonderful, loving light of energy sparkling, glittering, flowing into the higher self. And then on the other hand, you see this dark bridge of just nothingness, of depression and stress and lower frequencies. It is just amazing to watch. And we are here to make sure that the transference of the deep eternal love from Prime Source Creator God is visible for all of humanity, for each and every one of us, constantly. So you breathe in this energy and this awareness of your divine positive energy. You become crystal clear of seduction, of being seduced into many different things. Your mind is a very powerful controller. Your ego super powerizes that controller, the mind. So it's a formidable opponent, but once you've identified it, you can literally disperse it. Very simply, very effortlessly, you go into peace and in deep eternal love, and you embrace it, and you transmute it in neutralized substance, and it's gone. Permanently, it's gone. So this is your awareness of breathing this in, understanding this energy, and then applying it to yourself, and then eventually to others. You're the masters. As you exhale, you're exhaling all of the things that you no longer will entertain. Because you know what their connection is. You know what they do. You've experienced it over and over again in this short life. And you know them. That you know them. See? And whenever you get that feeling of seduction, that something is trying to seduce you into something normally, most of the time, is not high vibrational frequency. So you breathe those out. You exhale them. You saturate them in love. You bring in the purple transmuting flame. It takes them back to the great central sun. They are no longer a burden to you. They are dispersed and repurposed. So we fold into ourselves, into our higher mind, our higher selves, our heart mind, and we form and blend, and we just go in effortlessly, and we fall in deeply, and we go up. Remember, we're ascending, deep and up, deep and up, deep and up. We're always ascending. We are always tuning our frequencies. We are becoming master frequency tuners. We literally increase our elevation, and we float up even more and more and more. We become more joyful, more happy, more blissful, more peaceful, more in love, each and every time. So as we're going deep and up, we become immersed in these wonderful energies, these light energies, the golden white pink light of prime source creator God's deep eternal love, the emerald green flaming healing light, the purple transmuting flame, the violet ray, and the white fire. All of these come in, and we are flowing with them. So we're mixing and flowing. They are embracing us. We are embracing them. They are part of us. We're literally hugging ourselves in bliss and joy and peace and prosperity. These are all of these things without seduction. Without of it. It's not there. It's dispersed. So we fold, we embrace, and these energies are just endless. And they're so uplifting. And their frequencies are so high. We like them. We love them. We're part of them. They're part of us. We carry them with us on our journey of ascension. We are protected. Nothing can penetrate the field except deep eternal love. So we flow with this. We are immersed in it. And seduction is gone. So we move at our own because we are part of it. It's not something we are creating. It's something that we are part of. It's part of our makeup. So as we do this, we see our higher self, and we are one with our higher self. It is immediate. It is like a flash. And we bring heaven to earth. Each and every one of us is bringing heaven to earth. Think about that. Feel it in your heart mind. You are bringing heaven to earth. One of you is making a magnificent change to this planet and to your brothers and sisters in humanity and all life. It's magnificent. And so we are one. Hand in hand, arm in arm, we form our circle and we float up. Effortlessly. We go up and up and up. And we don't feel it. It's so light. It's so loving. And as we're floating up, we call upon all of the light energy beings in all dimensions, all universes, all existences who are of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love to join us in this meditation, and we lovingly, graciously thank them. We call upon all of the ascended masters who are of deep eternal love, from deep eternal love, El Moria, Saint Germain, Sananda, Jesus, Buddhas, Maitreya, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, all of the ascended masters who are of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love to join us in this meditation. And we lovingly, graciously thank them as they come in. We call upon all of the beings, inhabitants of inner earth and hollow earth, of deep eternal love, from deep eternal love, to join us in this meditation, and we lovingly, graciously thank them. We call upon all of our loved ones who have passed over in this life, and all of our loved ones in all lifetimes who have passed over, to join us in this meditation of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love, and we lovingly, graciously thank them. We call upon all of the galactics in benevolence who are assisting humanity on their ascension and their breaking free of bondage. We ask them to join us in this meditation of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love, and we lovingly, graciously thank them. We call upon all of the light beings housed in the following forms of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love: the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the elementals, earth, water, fire, air, the mermaids, the dolphins, Pegasus, the unicorns, the gnomes, all of these wonderful light beings joining us in this meditation. We lovingly, graciously thank them. We look up and we see our meditative sphere holding all of our meditations in perpetual motion. We're quickly approaching 365 meditations, non-stop, day after day, 7 days a week. The dedication is apparent, and the genuine, deep, eternal love is present. We feel these energies. We feel the love. We vibrate with the lights, green, emerald green, flaming, healing light of Archangel Raphael, the golden white pink light of Prime Source Creator God's deep eternal love, the violet ray, the purple transmuting flame, the white fire, all of these beautiful love energies embracing, vibrating, reflecting, glittering, expanding. We are part of this. We look up and we see the rain falling on us, saturating us softly, warmly, flooding and saturating our etherical bodies and our physical bodies, and aligning our chakras from the crown chakra all the way through to the root chakra. All of these energy meridians expanding, aligning, clarifying, cleansing, energizing. We feel this in the rain. We feel the awareness and clarity of seduction leaving us. We have dismissed it. We no longer entertain it. So all of these things that have enticed us and moved us into positions of discomfort, into positions of damage, into positions of guilt, of stress, of fear, are eliminated, vaporized. as we embrace ourselves and we love ourselves deeply, and we are part of creation, we are part of the One, part of Prime Source Creator God. We flow, we love, we expand, we elevate. And this is what we do now with our brothers and sisters on the planet. All of them, all of life, harmonizing them, sending such a powerful wave of deep eternal love, saturating them, where they become more and more in servitude, in giving, in sharing, in helping, in assisting each other, themselves. Giving is the key, is the sharing, is the enlightenment, is the increased vibrational frequencies. Taking, greed, seduction, it's the lower frequencies. If we are to ascend, we must shed these heavy collars, these destructive applications, these destructive experiences, this low frequency, this goop that keeps humanity weighted and anchored in the sludge. We know what it is. We have identified it. We are assisting with setting free humanity from this disgusting bondage. And we do it by saturating it with deep eternal love, unending, from this day forward, in high respect and high deep eternal love that we have for ourselves and each other. This spreads and saturates. We can see the change from dankness and darkness and no life to vibrance, reflecting, glittering, glowing, expanding, softness, lightness, caring, embracing. We are love. This is our true power. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. feel that lifting, that energy as it disperses, as eliminated. Imagine not ever being connected to any form of seduction, where your confidence without ego is firm, your knowing of who you are is clear, your deep eternal love for yourself is wide, expansive. You know that you increase your frequency so that you become more and more enlightened, more and more in ascending. You know, by doing this, that everything that you could possibly desire turns into giving, caring, sharing, supporting, serving, loving. Okay? And everything with the universe comes into focus, comes into likeness, love, tenderness, peacefulness, bliss, joy. All of it comes effortlessly. You see, we've been taught to fight it. That's why we don't have it. That's why we don't enjoy it. It's right in front of us, but we fight it. We're taught to ignore it, to push it away. We're taught that we have to fight and scratch and scream and yell and scar and bruise and cut ourselves to climb the ladder. It has all been a seduction, leading humanity in the wrong direction. And I know a lot of you feel the energy as if it keeps expanding and intensifying. You become more in peace, more in love, more in caring, more in sharing, more in giving, more in understanding with your brothers and sisters, with yourself. You can see how it is forming effortlessly, spectacularly. Take that energy and carry it through the day, into the evening and night, and into the morning. Feel it, visit it, embrace it, learn it deeply, know it. You are the masters. We will have a Time for Change call tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern on this line. We will be back here at 3 p.m. Eastern, January